Good morning, degenerates, and welcome to another episode of Boring Crypto IO, a place where I read you the boring crypto news every morning, Monday through Friday, just so you don't have to. My name is not important. I am your host. Guys, smash the like button, turn the bell for notifications, and let's get into it. U.S. Justice Dept, but son of a... one of these days I'll get through an entire video without messing the words up. U.S. Justice Department reportedly ready to settle with Binance for $4 billion. This came out yesterday, guys. SEC sues Kraken, alleging it's an unregistered exchange, mixes users' funds. Guys, again, came out yesterday. SEC is going for it. And Kraken co-founder slams decel. SEC warns others should flee the U.S. Guys, this is what we're thinking is the FUD that's bringing down the market a bit. This all came out yesterday afternoonish. I mean, they're up to their old tricks. You know, SEC is still doing what they do. Yeah, man, it's sad. I don't say they went after Kraken because of their staking platform, if I remember correctly, with their a while back with their exchange tokens. And I think they paid like some $40 million, something crazy like that. Don't quote me on the numbers. I don't remember. I'm not that smart. But now, after all that nonsense, settled it out of court. Everything was good. SEC goes, shit, we need new money. We need more money. Who can we go after again? Oh, let's go after Kraken. They already paid us once. I'm sure they'll pay us again. Absolute nonsense. Mind you, this is the same garbage that they threw on Coinbase. Going after Coinbase for offering unregistered securities on tokens that have not been what's the word I'm looking for, that have not gone to court and been deemed securities. Why does this? I don't understand. Like, I'm gonna ramble a little bit this morning. I don't understand why that people freak out about this and sell. Because it doesn't do anything. Like, they know they're not going to win. We all should know by now that they're not going to win. They're just trying to get money. This is all a money grab. It's the same, like, literally in this lawsuit, which I'm sure it'll label the tokens in this article. At least I hope they do. If not, we'll look for them. It'll label the tokens that they deemed as potential quote unquote securities that Kraken has been offering on their exchange. But they haven't gone to court with any of these tokens and won, saying that they are securities. So it's all speculation. Right. Well, like, it's absolute nonsense. The fact that anyone is even freaking out about this, I'm just like, it's like the boy who cried wolf at this point. Like, who cares? But the market kind of looks like a sack of asses right now. And we're assuming this is part of it, or part of the reason why, excuse me. Whatever. Guys, to the market, current market cap down 0.42 from yesterday, 1.4 trillion. Bitcoin dominance 51.5%, ETH dominance 17.2, and 24 Gwei will get you that each transaction. Guys, fear and greed, 74. Yeah, I don't know, man. I'm kind of just at a loss for words right now. Like, there's so much I want to say about this SEC garbage. But it's just like, it's the same shit over and over and over again. Why are we still here? Why are we still letting the SEC, that's we always say, or you always hear me say, a government body that is put in place to quote unquote protect people like myself, retail investors, guys. I'm not no big whale. I'm not no crazy psycho trader. I'm just some dude just like everyone else, man. I literally have the majority of our savings in the crypto market because I'm trying to make it, you know. And again, the point of me bringing that up is that the SEC is supposed to be protecting people like myself, and all they do is harm us. Anytime the SEC slaps a lawsuit on any of these exchanges or a token itself, a project itself, it tanks the price. How is that helping us? Oh, and then willing to settle out of court for millions of dollars that none of us investors ever see. So what did they like? What are they doing? Like what is their actual job? It's an absolute joke. And then the on top of that, we have Gensler that's trying to be the hip. We have Gary Gensler trying to be the hip SEC chairman that now does TikToks and like a SEC celebrity or an SEC influence. It's the dumbest shit I have ever seen. This guy is an absolute waste of space and such a joke. Even worse, like, not only is he a joke, they're making fun of us. Like, they're literally, think about it, guys. I challenge anyone, the small amount of you that watch this channel, I challenge you to go look at the posts on anything Gary Gensler posts on X. Go read the comments. I challenge you. If that doesn't tell you the sentiment of the quote-unquote people for this person and that regulatory body, that the SEC itself, I don't know what would. It's all negative. We all don't like the SEC and the person running it. So why are these people are laughing at us? They know how much we can't stand them. They know the damage they're doing, and they don't give a shit. But here we are, taking our losses while they play games. Fucking sweet, man. Ugh. Okay, guys, I'm sorry. I think that'll be it until I get to the story. Just bear with me today. It's going to be one of those days. Let's blow through the top 100 per usual and see what the outliers are. There has been some pullbacks, and we're going to see them. Binance, believe it or not, BNB, sitting in the green based off of the news that came out yesterday that all they got to do is pay $4 billion to settle out, which we all know Binance has. No big deal. See you later. Bye. 5.6%, 5.06% up for Binance on the day. Solana down 6.78 to downside. 5.33 to downside for Doge. 5% even down for Chainlink. 6.34 to the downside for Matic. Ooh. Caspa down 6.66%. That's awkward. Still up almost 50% on the week, though. 5.79 to the downside for Crow. 6% to the downside for Leader DAO. 8% to the downside for Near Protocol. 7.73 to the downside for Injective. Ouch. It hurts. My portfolio hurts right now. 6.78 to the downside for Algorand. 8.95 to the downside for FTT. Another 6.66. Freaking weird for Synthetics. Oh, there it is. Better. 6.73. 5.11 to the downside for Flow. 7.58 for Phantom to the downside. Oof. Celestia, TIA, that one that was running off the chain when it came into inception. 15.51 to the downside on the day. Kind of sad, guys. 6.22 to the downside for FXS. 12 to the downside. 12.28 for Arware. Or Weave, excuse me, AR. Genosis up 4.35% though. 6.8 to the downside for Pepe. 5% to the downside for Rose. And 9.83 for Ordi. Guys, there's your top 100 outliers. Red Day. It's rough, man. All right, Bitcoin. What in the hell just happened there? All right, Bitcoin 4 hours we're looking at. I'm gonna go to the 1 hour because this is what we set up this triangle on yesterday. We did get a breakout. Just some wonky ass price action too, man. Yesterday was so weird. These big swing wicks. I don't know, man. But yesterday when I left you guys, I left you with this potential triangle. We did get a breakout. We did get a retest. And a rip to the upside. I'm not going to claim this as a win for a call. It did do what I thought it might do, but nothing spectacular. Weird news, weird price action, and now we're rolling over. Just everything. The regulatory bodies, SEC, the whales, the traditional finance, everything's up to its old tricks again, and everybody is trying to get your shit for lower prices. We have a potential upward moving trend line right now, guys. This is what we're looking at. Oh, weird. Don't do that. Bitcoin, we have an uptrend forming, bouncing off the top of the original bottom trend line of the ascending triangle that we broke out of. On top of that, we still have this giant upward trend. I'm just looking at stuff as I'm going, guys. I'm not really... Look, we have a double top. We have a double top here at 37,589. We'll call it 37.6. We also have a double top at 38. Guys, it doesn't look good. I was hoping we were going to get that run to 40 before we get a pullback. But right now, red dot on the 8 look like it's going to print. That's bearish divergence, in my opinion. Price action going up right there. RSI going down. Same thing right here. That looks like that might print some bearish divergence. Yeah, guys, here's what I'm gonna say. This is what I'm gonna call. If we break this, so if we come down, we lose this trend line, we're going down. At least somewhere around here to the 33.6 area. Yeah, it's looking bearish, guys. Sorry. That's what I'm seeing. Again, usually, guys, I don't look at these charts before I start the video. I kind of just do it on a whim so you guys can see how I think. While, kind of live, I guess, almost. But here's what I'm looking at. Everything's rolling over right now. You need this trend line to hold, and then this upward trend line to hold. If we lose both of these, we're going at least, I would say, like somewhere into this price action node, this point of control, whatever you want to call it. Bottom being 33.033, which I've told you guys about a lot. If we lose 33.033, I think we're going to 30K without a question. Again, I was hoping to get a pump to 40K, 42-ish, low 40s before we have this big retrace, but it looks like it might be coming sooner than later. Just be prepared for it. I don't see us moving to the upside. If we get a bounce here and it rips, here's the levels you're looking at. I don't think it's going to happen. I could be wrong. It's Bitcoin and it is crypto, and it will do whatever it wants to do. Don't let anybody tell you different. You're hitting it right now. We're holding on to it. We have to flip 37.6 support. We have to flip 38,000 to support before anything bullish happens. Those are the two levels I'd be looking at. That is where my head is at. If not, I'm hoping that some of these levels hold and we get a bounce. Yeah, especially right in here. There's a lot of price action here. Right around this 36.25, 36.7 area. Excuse me. Outside of that, guys, this is financial advice, nor my financial advisor. I'm just some random dude in a room looking at a screen, drawing lines, making YouTube videos. I'm not even a good trader. Don't pay attention to me. I have no idea what I'm doing. Outside of that, guys, that's Bitcoin. See if anything's looking. No, everything looks like a red piece of trash. Yeah. That's it, guys. That's what I got for Bitcoin today. I'm sorry I don't sound excited because I'm not. Yeah, on the news, guys. U.S. Justice Department reportedly ready to settle with Binance for $4 billion. According to a report, an agreement to settle Justice Department charges against the company may be settled by the end of the month. The United States Justice Department is negotiating with Binance in an attempt to resolve its investigation into the company, according to a November 20th report from Bloomberg, citing people familiar with discussions. The agreement would require Binance to pay $4 billion in fines. In return, the company would be allowed to keep operating while complying with U.S. laws. According to the report, the announcement of an agreement could come as soon as the end of the month. Does that mean we're allowed to trade on Binance now? Hello, United States. You're suing Binance for $4 billion. Are we allowed to trade on Binance? If not, then what the hell is the point? As a part of the agreement, Binance CEO CZ would face the possibility of criminal charges as part of the investigation into alleged money laundering, bank fraud, and sanction violations. The report states that CZ currently lives in the United Arab Emirates, which does not have an extradition treaty with the United States. This seems to imply that charges filed in the U.S. would likely result in CZ's arrest. Would unlikely result in CZ's arrest. The report claims that Binance is seeking a deferred prosecution agreement. Under the terms of this deal, the Justice Department would make a criminal complaint but would not actually prosecute the company so long as it complies with 3 conditions. First, Binance would need to pay $4 billion in penalties. Second, it would need to publish a detailed document admitting areas where it didn't comply with the law. Third, a monitoring process would be set up to ensure Binance complies with the laws and regulations in the future. And the company would need to comply with this process. Cointelegraph reached out to Binance for a comment on the report, but did not receive a response by the time of publication. In 2022, CZ sued a Bloomberg subsidiary for allegedly publishing false stories claiming he was running a Ponzi scheme. What a game, guys. What a game. All right, SEC sues Kraken alleging its unregistered exchange mixes user funds. The SEC alleged Kraken operated as an unregistered exchange, broker, dealer, and clearing agency, adding that it commingled customer assets with its own. The United States Securities and Exchange Commission has sued Kraken alleging it commingled customer funds and failed to register with the regulator as a securities exchange, broker, dealer, and clearing agency. Why did they do this after they went after them for their exchange token? No, just now. Now they're doing it. In a November 20th complaint filed in a San Francisco federal court, the SEC claimed that Kraken has been operating as a platform that unlawfully facilitated the buying and selling of cryptocurrencies since 2018. Kraken spokesperson a Kraken spokesperson told Cointelegraph it disagrees with the SEC's complaint and plans to defend itself in court. The lawsuit marked the last push for the Gary Gensler-led agency to bring crypto under its purview, claiming that crypto assets are securities contracts under U.S. law. Without registering with the SEC in any capacity, Kraken has simultaneously acted as a broker, dealer, exchange, and clearing agency with respect of these crypto asset securities. Additionally, the SEC alleged Kraken's business practices and deficit internal controls saw the exchange commingle up to $33 billion worth of customer assets with its own. The SEC said this resulted in a significant risk of loss for its clients. The complaint claimed Kraken paid for operational expenses directly from accounts containing customer assets, citing the exchange's independent auditor. We allege that Kraken made a business decision to reap hundreds of millions of dollars from investors rather than coming into compliance with the SEC with the securities laws. The SEC Enforcement Division Director Gerbier Gruhl said in a statement, that decision resulted in a business model rife. These words they use. What is this? 1982? Rife with conflicts of interest that placed investors' funds at risk. Kraken pushed back against SEC accusations with a spokesperson saying the exchange never listed unregistered securities. We disagree with the SEC's complaint against Kraken, stand firm in our view that we do not list securities and plan to vigorously defend our position. It is a disappointing. Can't talk to you guys. It is disappointing to see the SEC continue down its path of regulation by enforcement, which means American consumers, stunts innovation, and damages U.S. competitiveness globally, the spokesperson said. And a follow-up November 20th blog post, Kraken said the SEC commingling accusations were no more than Kraken spending fees it has already earned, and the regulator doesn't allege any users' funds are missing. In the complaint, the SEC listed 60 cryptocurrencies in it considered securities, including Cardano, here we go, Algorand, Polygon, and Solana. Same shit as last time, same shit as Coinbase. Absolutely bullshit, guys. Why? Okay, if these things are securities, you have no proof, you haven't taken them to court, you're just alleging. These are securities because we say they are. Based on what? Oh, just because you're allowed to do that. Well, you're not, though. That's the point. The SEC's complaint alleges Kraken violated the registration provisions of the Securities Exchange Act of 1934. It wants Kraken to pay penalties and injunctive relief, and requests the exchange return its ill-gotten gains. To who? To who? To you? The accusations that Kraken operated as an unregistered broker for crypto assets echo those made in registered lawsuits against exactly Coinbase and Binance in June. On February 9th, Kraken reached a $30 million, I thought it was 40, I said it was 40, it was $30 million settlement with the regulator, where it agreed to cease offering crypto staking products and services to U.S. customers of its own staking products. This is absolute dog shit, guys. Oh, I'm so frustrated. I wish. What do we do? These aren't voted in people. Like, these are. The government chooses these people. Like, we can't vote on the SEC. Fucking dog shit. Kraken co-founder slams decel. Is that decel? Decel? SEC warns others should flee the U.S. Jesse Powell didn't mince words when he criticized the SEC for suing his exchange, calling it the country's top decel. Kraken co-founder Jesse Powell has lashed out at the United States Securities and Exchange Commission after it sued its crypto exchange for alleged securities laws violations. In a November 21st post on X, Powell called the regulator USA's top decel, a term used in tech circles to insult someone who slows progress. It claimed the SEC wasn't satisfied with the $30 million it levied from Kraken as a settlement in February. In a follow-up post, Powell said the SEC's message to Kraken and other crypto firms was clear and warned other crypto companies to leave the U.S. war zone to avoid expensive legal battles. $30 million buys you about 10 months before the SEC comes around to extort you again. Yeah, this is like some Gestapo shit. Like, look, like old school mafia shit. Show up to a small business, say, hey, you guys need protection, and we're here to protect you. And small business like, protect us from what? And they start breaking shit in the store. So that small business pays out whatever the money, some amount of money, some amount of percentage of whatever the fuck they're making, to keep the mafia from showing up and destroying their business. This is literally what they're doing. And they're doing it in broad daylight, and they don't give a shit. It's disgusting. So, $30 million buys you about 10 months before the SEC comes around to extort you again. Lawyers can do a lot with $30 million, but the SEC knows that a real fight will likely cost $100 million plus and valuable time. If you cannot afford it, get your crypto company out of the U.S. war zone. That sucks, but I agree. The regulator had previously charged Kraken with failing to register the offer and sale of their crypto asset staking as a service program. As part of its settlement, Kraken agreed to pay $30 million and cease offering crypto staking products and services to U.S. customers. Yeah, thanks, U.S. We're not allowed to earn money staking. Get bent. Powell's incisive comments come after a November 20th lawsuit from the SEC pinned Kraken on several securities law violations. The SEC accused Kraken of failing to register with the agency as a securities broker and claimed it had commingled customer and corporate funds. It's the exact same thing they're doing now. A Kraken spokesperson denied it listed unregistered securities and described the lawsuit as disappointing, saying the exchange would defend its position in court. In a follow-up November 20th blog post, Kraken said the SEC's commingling accusations were no more than Kraken spending fees it had already earned, and the regulator doesn't allege any user funds are missing. It's very frustrating, y'all. Let me know what you guys think. Comments down below. Kind of a shit day for crypto. I'm sorry to say it. Oh, looks like we might be getting that bounce, guys. Let's go to that 7-minute crypto lifer. Shout out to Crypto Lifer. We're riding it too. Riding it hard. Support back here. We might flirt with it, but hopefully we flirt with it and get a bounce like we did here. That's kind of what I'm hoping will happen. We shall see, guys. Getting a little bit of a bounce. But that's it, guys. That's all I've got for you this morning. If you do enjoy the content I provide for you here every morning on Boring Crypto IO, please, by all means, subscribe to the channel. Turn on the bell for notifications so you know when I do post videos. Watch the videos. Share the videos on all of your social platforms. And above all, if there's anything you do to help spread the adoption of crypto and help grow this channel, which I would greatly appreciate, guys, like the video. Like this one. Like all of them. Just for shits and giggles. If you got nothing to do, just blow through the videos and like them. Why not? You don't have to do that, but I would like it. No pun intended. Outside that, guys, I'll see you bright and early tomorrow morning. I am out of here.